Dearest youngsters, welcome for one more day of interaction. Congratulations for your patience and perseverance and your subtlety to grasp Bhagavad Gita. And thank you wholeheartedly for giving me this chance to study and talk on Srimad Bhagavad Gita to you so that I am also benefited by understanding the intricacies of Gita. All these sublime spiritual knowledges revealed to us as much as we become subtler in our intellect. Intellect becomes subtler when we are purer and purer. Intellect becomes pure when it is not a slave to the desires of mind, when it is not a slave to the attractions of the senses, when it is not a slave to the laziness of the body, when it is not misguided by worldly people around us who are less informed, less knowledgeable than us. So, by protecting ourselves from them, when we maintain the purity and subtlety of our intellect, then the deeper truths and meanings that are hidden in these guidances of the Lord and Gurus through our great Shastras like Bhagavad Gita, we understand. When we understand them, we know how great, grand, glorious they are. Okay, when we practice them, the benefits are of the highest order. So then we inspire to live life according to them. That's how the Maja Ananda in this. So I welcome you all for one more day of study. Like every day, today also we'll have three things. First, Bhaja Govindam, four shlokas we have learnt. Moksha Purushartha, Artha Purushartha, Kama and Dharma. While fulfilling the Dharma Purushartha, many things that are happening in life, we have to know and we have to accept and be careful also. So in today's fifth shloka, the summary is this: Ki people love you, respect you, as long as you are earning, long as you are contributing to them. The moment we stop these two for whatever reason, the respect etc. goes away. So accept it. At the same time, thoroughly prepare yourself through Bhaja Govindam to tune to the Lord so that the regrets, dukkha will not be there. Ki nobody is caring me. That is the most important topic, not only for those who are becoming old or became old, but all of us also in general throughout life. We are as long as useful to society, so long society values. When we are useless, then we'll be thrown away. So become as much useful as possible so that you are there named and famed and respected in society. Such a simple common sense it is. What is difficult? Then we'll have a common sense thought today. Thereafter, Bhagavad Gita as every day. Today, in that seventh chapter, we will see the seventh shloka. It is in continuation of 4, 5, 6. So, in that 4, 5, 6, what is told is Bhagavan has his own apara and para prakriti. With those two only, the entire world is made. And Prakriti can never be away from God. Therefore, Lord be attentive. With his own Prakriti, he is appearing in the form of this world. Therefore, in the entire universe or the world, there is nothing other than Bhagavan. This is what is the theme in the seventh mantra. Now, they are all subtle visions, spiritual visions. You are busy youngster in the world. So, why do you need all this? You may imagine. Therefore, don't indulge or involve in totally spirituality and give up everything. ये तो हम नहीं suggest करेंगे. But as a part of our study of Gita, these subtle topics also when come, then we will study them and keep in the back drop of our heart, continuing our pursuits of success in life. Then when the time of maturity comes, already you have the spiritual knowledge, then taking it as support, we can spiritually grow, glow. That is how it is. And secondly, spiritual knowledge, whether you are a schoolboy, youngster, old, whatever, wherever you are, if you have it as a background, you won't go in wrong decisions. You don't end up in doing wrong things. The example of Prahlada, what age was he? 2 saal, 3 saal, 5 saal. Because of his spiritual knowledge, in all his actions, attitudes, there was only divinity expressing. He was everywhere in the world, but behaving so beautifully because of the balance he gained by spiritual knowledge. Therefore, spirituality gives that cushioning, that balance for yourself to protect yourself from the world, for yourself to become such a lovable person to the world. In this particular seventh sloka or Gita 7th chapter, we can see that. Whether you may be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, continue. But we have a spiritual vision that everything is one Lord. So you love all, you forgive all, you serve all. Now, how wonderful it is if you have these positive qualities. You enjoy first because in the heart the negatives have gone away. World is happy in the presence of such divine people. These are all beautiful benefits by Gita, and these teachings are universal. Everybody need them to learn and practice. That's why Gita is an eternal practical shastra. Those who like it, those who love it, those who know it, those who want to use it. Okay, let us start. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gururdevo Maheshwarah Guruः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रान्विता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापः. Like this, Guru Smarana, Mata Saraswati Smarana, Omkara Rupa Bhagavad Smarana, commitment to sit together to learn. Having done these prayers which we do every day, let us do our first program of the day of learning one sloka from Bhaja Govindam along with meaning. And I'm sure you are learning that meaning, enjoying it, and also learning the mantra ucharana and chanting. These are all given to us by Bhagavan Adi Shankara. Today is 21 April, 25th April is his birthday Jayanti. Good, let us start. First four. भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे. The time of going comes, nothing protects you other than Bhaja Govindam. Therefore, don't be a fool to give a Bhaja Govindam and lost in something. Do Bhaja Govindam. Then how to maintain the wealth? मूढजहि धनागमतृष्णां कुरु सद्बुद्धिं मनसि वितृष्णां यल्लवसे निजकर्मोपात्तं वित्तं तेन विनोदय चित्तम्. Be happy by whatever you learned. Give up your trishna for the dhana. Spend time in some charitable spiritual activities. Kama Purushartha. Nari stana bharanabhidesham društva magamohavesham etanmam savasadi vikaram manasi vichintaya varam varam. With Pratibhaksha Bhavana and Dosha Drushti, come out of lust and passion, else it will consume you and your abilities, your possible achievements. Fourth, Nalini Dalagata Jalamati Taralam Tadvajjeevitamatishaya Chapalam Vidhivyadhyabhimana Grastam Lokam Shokahatam Cha Samastam. Nalini Dalagata Jalam Ati Taralam. The drop of water and the petal of the lotus is so unsteady in its movement. Anytime it can fall and perish also. Tadvat, in the same way, Jivitam, the life also. Atishaya Chavalam, any moment it can drop. Before dropping, it will be tossed up hither and thither like the drop of water on the petal of lotus. And what happens with the vyadhi abhimana grastam? When you are indulging in kama, the vyadhis. When you have a lot of wealth and other things, abhimana. With that, all nonsense is done. Then we are becoming miserable. That's how lokam, the whole world, who are not doing Bhaja Govindam, Shokahatam cha samastam, killed or kicked by their own false doings and their results of Shoka. Okay? Now comes the fifth shloka. Some another naked truth is put in front of us, and we have no choice but to accept. What it is? The shloka goes like this. Fifth one, Om Dattashri Adi Shankara Kruta Bhajagovinda Stotre Panchama Shlokaha. What is that? Yavat Vitta Uparjana Saktaha Tavat Nija Parivaraha Raktaha Paschat Jivati Jarjara Dehe Vartam Kopi na Pruchati Gehe. See, as youngsters, right now only if you have this wisdom, will you not be careful? What is the shlokas? Yavat means as long as. Vitta uparjana saktaha or shaktaha. Vitta is wealth. Uparjana earning. Saktaha is interested. Shaktaha is capable. As long as you are interested and capable of earning the wealth through various professions and businesses, tavat, till the time only, nija parivaraha raktaha. Your own family members, wife or husband or children, brothers, sisters, even your friend circle, family circle are interested in you. And then that day of salary comes, the wife with so much of the love, she'll make all the sweets for you. And the day of the pocket money or fees, the daughter, son also so kindly come, Papa, Papa, Daddy, Daddy. So to your friends, अरे यार तो इतना बढ़िया रे मजेदार रे. They are interested in us, to be in touch with us, to be our friends and all. As long as you are earning wealth and giving them. तावत निज परिवारः रक्ता, your own family. But पश्चात जीवति जर्जरते है. When the देह जर्जर होता है, old होता है, still we have not dead, we are alive. That means because of the old age, senility, when we have stopped earning money, contributing to them, giving them, पश्चात जीवति जर्जर देहे वार्ताम कोपि न पुच्छति गेहे. Even your own house, your varta, nobody will ask you. What is the varta asking? How are you? Where are you? Is your health okay? Have you taken your breakfast, lunch, dinner? Are you taking your medicine properly? Did you sleep well? Do you want anything? All these were done when he was earning the wealth, contributing. When he stops doing all because he became old and all retired, none of them. Time पे कॉफी चाय देने वाली पत्नी, once she knows he's retired and no earning, when he asks, "Hey, कॉफी लाओ, क्या कॉफी लाओ, बैठे इधर जाके बनाओ, मेरे लिए भी बनाओ." बेकार है वैसे घर में बैठ के रहने के बजाय, go to shop and bring vegetables, cut them, do the खाना बनाओ, बर्तन मांजो, कपड़े पा. They will not only don't respect, they will even scold. The children, that's why they call all parents to America, retire होने के बाद. They say, पापा ऐसे बैठने के बजाय पोते को लेकर थोड़ा घूमने जाओ, थोड़ा हवा पी लो आप भी. ऐसे काम दे देंगे, चौकीदार बनाएंगे. और दे प्रे कब बढ़ेगा मरेगा बूढ़ा. डोंट इवन आस्क. एंड इफ यू आस्क देम, क्या पापा ये सब मांगते हो, आप अपने आप को संभाल लो आप. हमको भी बिजी है, इधर उधर घूमना है, आप काम कैसे करेंगे? You know how many old people in the whole world are suffering because of these things. They had a very good time when they were young. But now, kopi vartam na pruchati. So, what we should do then at that time, though you are youngsters now, if in your house that elders are there, from this learn, and as a gratitude because they took care of you so far, inquire them. At least kaise hai, kya chahiye kuch. Itna to karo. I am talking to you, the youngsters. Therefore, in your house that old people are there, don't behave that naturally and naturally of not caring them because they are not giving you anything now. You be a human. You be a qualitative person. Maybe you are a student of Geetha. You inquire your elders, दादाजी कुछ चाहिए, प्रेम करो उनको, सेवा करो, उनके साथ बैठो, बातें करो, सुनो उनसे. That goes to become a lot of punya to you. That old man's blessings will work on you yourself. When you become old, already this fact is known. Therefore, be prepared that nobody will ask me, nobody will inquire me. Therefore, in those days, they used to tell, go for vanaprastha, live on your own self. If you continue living, after your even all mind is purified, go to your guru, learn from him tattva, be a sannyasi and learn the tattva, meditate and realize. Depend on yourself. Kick the world before the world kicks you. Or if you can't go anywhere, be at home but don't have nagging things to demand everything from the children, bahu, wife, and all. They won't give you, they will insult you only. Once you cross 60, start doing your works yourself when you don't contribute. Otherwise, they will insult you. So, that is 50%. Other 50% is what? Why do we nag them? Why so many desires come in mind at old age? Because the empty mind is devil's workshop. Therefore, even at that time, what helps you is Bhaja Govindam. Therefore, don't be a Mudamati. Even that in the old age, when nobody is asking you, inquiring you, by becoming frustrated, by complaining, or by getting, lost or wanting to commit suicide. There are many oldies nowadays commit suicides. पहले नहीं होता था ये. बूढ़े लोगों के बच्चे देखभाल नहीं कर रहे. You don't become like that. Whatever you have, ಎಲ್ಲವಸೇ ನಿಜ ಗರ್ಭಪಾತಂ ವಿತ್ತಂ. If you have your pension, be happy in that. If your children are kind enough at least to give food, be happy. Or if there any old age or orphanage is there, वहाँ दे जाओ. But do Bhaja Govindam, that is important. All in all, accept that this stage is going to come definitely. Everybody, even a Sadhu Mahatma, he has done a great seva. But when he becomes old, his own disciples कम होते जाएंगे अभी. अब नया बाबा जी आ गए सोसाइटी में, दुनिया में, they all run behind him. They all run behind means the youngster at that time other generation has come. His old Baba के साथ जो लोग थे वो भी old हो गए. Point तो वो है actually. But he also will not be cared. He should be wise enough to withdraw like I am talking now. Good. After 10, 15, 20 years or how long I live, I don't know. I become more, I can't talk only to you. Then nobody will ask me. तो मुझे रोना नहीं. I should sit and do my meditation. I should learn to accept both situations where I am welcomed in the world, where I am well good, where I am said not to come but to go. And this is a naked truth. Not knowing this, so many old people, मैंने इतना किया बच्चों के लिए पाला पोसा बड़ा किया, now they are not caring me only. स्वामी जी शरण नहीं आता, आप जाके अपना बच्चों को इंधन कर फिर. Be happy that nobody is caring you, God is caring you. Otherwise, you will suffer throughout life in indulgences, in attachments, and old age also you suffer because of this chinta. And it is a fact. Yavat vitta uparjana sakta. That it means everything. Vitta uparjana sakta at home, when he is earning money, wife will inquire, give breakfast, कपड़े धो के इस्त्री करके देगी. ये सब हो गया है, नहीं एंड कर रहा है, तो she will make him do all gardening, everything. That is at domestic level. That's what he says. Therefore, be careful to earn and save your money for your old age. So, to your own Bhaja Govindam is more important. In general, also, anybody, friends in your life, as long as they know that something is coming from you to them, so long they are attached to you. If somebody else gives you better things in a better way, they go there. Don't cry. And why do we cry? Because we don't do Bhaja Govindam. जब बंदा वो भज गोविंद में बिजी है, इल नॉट रन बिहाइंड पीपल आस्किंग दे मेरे को आई लव यू कहो, मेरे साथ रहो, मेरे को फोन करो. अरे काय की स्लेवरी है बेवकूफ. यू रेवल इन योर डिवोशन टू लॉर्ड. यू रेवल इन योर जपा पूजा उपासना भजन कीर्तना गीता स्टडी लिसनिंग टू ऑल दी शास्त्र. इंक्रीज योर नॉलेज. क्यों को बढ़ाओ स्पिरिचुअल कोशंट. डोंट बी वरीड कि हाँ वो फ्रेंड मेरे को छोड़ दिए. छोड़ देगा वो, क्या है अभी तुमसे उसको मिलने का. Ready to face. So a time comes where we'll be left all alone in life. At that time be busy in भज गोविंदम. शुरू से सीखा तो तब वो मुश्किल नहीं होगा. Don't postpone to भज गोविंदम to old age. That time with all your these worries, tensions, mind will not cooperate you with भज गोविंदम, for भज गोविंदम. ये शुरू से करोगे तो उसका आदत बनता है. Like you are listening to Geetha, now a good habit. So when you grow, when you retire, you'll get take so many hundreds of books per day. One book के हिसाब से 10 साल में 3650 अच्छे अच्छे किताबें तुम पढ़ोगे. और I gave you all the targets of bhajana 1080 or shlokas, all that you will do. What more great upasana or punya or spiritual sadhana than this? And I'm also teaching you meditation, teaching you this Vedanta. Meditation is not आंख बंद करके सो जाओ. When you meditatively listen about the truth, reality, the self, that itself is meditation. So these all will come to your help if you are listening now. If you neglect it, only remain as a worldly fellow, imagining that like they are loving me now, throughout life they love, कुछ नहीं होता है, तब you become frustrated. So yavat vitta uparjana saktah tavat nija parivara raktah. Nija parivar means आपके friends और family members. पश्चात जीवति जर्जर देहे, when the देह जर्जर होकर अभी जिंदा है हम, वार्ताम कोपि न पुच्छति गृहे, कहाँ पड़ा है कहाँ गिरा है कोई पूछेगा ही नहीं. भगवान शंकर thousands of years back he told all these truths because it's always there. Only some families, the matured youngsters, still take care of their parents. And also they can't take care all the time. Parents also should have common sense not to disturb the life and career of children, grandchildren. ये सब मिलकर जीवन होता है. इसका झमेला कैसे खत्म करें? As long as you are active, dynamic, involved in the world to serve. Same time you do your Bhaja also. When the time of involvement goes away, as you grow older, involve in Bhaja like those old days in all those movies of 60s 70s 80s you see every nani dadi nana dada is shown to us with a bath taken seated on chair put that kitab pothi koi na koi ramayana bhagavad wo पढ़ रहे हैं. That's what the days old days they used to be busy in भजो गोविंदम. हाँ भूख लगी तो थोड़ा खाना का दे दिया बहू ने खा ली थक गए तो सो गए. So no demands no expectations. That was the wise life they used to live the oldies of that time. अब क्या है? They have lot of expectation from children and all. Children are busy in different countries in so many projects. Even middle class youngsters also busy in earning money. Children also busy in their studies, career. किसको टाइम है आजकल? Busy है सब. Not knowing this old man, why nobody is calling me? Hey, भगवान बुला रहे. नहीं उधर नहीं जाना मुझे. अरे not that way. I am telling do भजो गोविंदम. Okay, let us chant this mantra 11 times. श्री आदि शंकर अनुग्रहेण परमात्मानो प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम विश्वशांति कल्याणार्थम भज गोविंद ग्रंथांतर्गत श्लोकस्य वयं सर्वे जपं पारायणं करिष्यामहे. स्टार्ट. ओम यावद्वित्तोपार्जन शक्तः तावन्निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चात् जीवति जर्जर देहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जन शक्तः तावन्निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपासनसक्तः तावन्निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरगेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डुक्रुं करणे नहि नहि रक्षति डुक्रुं करणे. We have learnt one sloka. Common sense thought today is very simple. The mischief of mind, mind's mischiefs. Mind always looks the world with the eyes, goes on comparing. After comparison, the comparison trips it's called. It tries to have the desires even though they are not deserved nor required. ना कोई जरूरत है ना कोई उसका अर्हता है, but it projects the desires in the mind, seeing others and comparing with them. Once that happens in the mind, all our energies get diverted towards those unnecessary, unwanted things. Then we miss the track of reaching to our own goals. Therefore, the common sense thought is what? Look at others, get inspired from their noble life, get inspired from their active, dynamic, well planned, well regulated, very mature life. Bring all those positive traits into your life and then grow. And don't do the comparison and create the necessity of the unwanted things in your mind. The neighbor has bought a new car, so he needs it or doesn't need it, he has money or not money, it is his job. But looking at him, in my mind also projects comparison trip. उसके पास है तो मेरे को भी होना चाहिए. Then he runs for the loans and he sells out some things whereas it's not required, because घर के पास ये ऑफिस है, या बस में जा सकते, टू व्हीलर बढ़िया चल रहा है, या उतना बजट नहीं है, लोन लिया तो चुकता मुश्किल होता है. मिडिल क्लास पीपल स्पेशली मस्ट माइंड दैट वन. जो बहुत रिच है बिकॉज ऑफ अर्लियर लाइफ पुण्य एंड इस लाइफ का घोटाला, दे कैन एवरीडे बाय वन कार, सेल वन कार. We can't compare, we should not compare with them. So too, looking at somebody's dress, somebody's jute, somebody's big house, comparison nahi karna. Every individual is working and earning his own outer wealths and inner qualities and innermost wisdom. Our job is to look at them, their hard work, their sincerity, get inspired, use that inspiration, hard working, etc., in your goals pursuit. Up to that only you have right to see the world. More than that, if you compare, you feel jealousy, if you compare and you feel frustrated, and if you compare and try to get it, even though if you don't deserve by wrong means, or even if you don't need it, then we are lost. So this is how the mind's mischief of comparison trips are. We have to protect ourselves from. Like that, few more are there. Comparison trips. Tomorrow we will see. इतना काफी है. थोड़ा थोड़ा बताता हूँ आज से. Now come to Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 7th shloka. Okay. 7th chapter's name is Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Jnanam, knowledge about me. Vijnanam is the techniques given to you to discover me. And Vijnanam also means experiencing me, the God. Bhagavan's Upadesha, this entire chapter. So what is said in 4th, 5th, 6th shloka is concluded therefore in the 7th shloka. So I'll take 15 minutes or even 10 to explain all those three. First, what is said in 4th, 5th, 6th, I will repeat, which I am doing every day from last 3 days. 2 more days I will do, so that the thing enters into you, even though you are youngsters, want to achieve the outer successes. That is what you are meant to for. Don't leave that and on the name of Geeta. Don't become Babaji or Sannyasi without your inner maturity. If at all you are truly detached from everything, you want nothing other than this, then you welcome. But otherwise, this is a knowledge in continuum we are studying. Keep in your background. But in the world right now, fulfill your duties, responsibilities, earn the money, be happy, take care of your family and parents. Categorically, I am telling you without any ambiguity. Your job first is to help yourself. Second is to serve your parents. Third, take care of parents. Third, to serve the society. Then jump fully after these three things done satisfactorily, jump fully into spirituality. But there is a vision in spirituality, in knowing that there is nothing wrong. That keeps you inspired also, even though you don't take up spiritual path right now. Majority of you, 1 or 2 of you have पिछले जन्म में बहुत साधना कर ली, तो इस जन्म में यही चाहिए, तो आ जाओ इसके लिए. You're welcome. I am giving you both versions. I was in 10,000 people, one person may be interested. Welcome. Remaining 9,999, keep this knowledge behind and take the help of this knowledge, whatever it can, and do your Vyavaharik Vijaya only. Don't cheat yourself, don't trouble parents, don't become liable to society on the name of spiritual sadhana. No. Spiritual sadhana happens when we are matured inside with a satisfaction from the world, therefore detachment in the world from the world. ठीक है ना, जबरदस्ती मत करना. धीरे धीरे ही ये अनफोल्डमेंट या एवोल्यूशन होवे. इट इज नॉट a revolution. Okay. Now, in the first, second, third shlokas, Bhagavan promised कि if you have asakti to me, if you have control your mind, if you have support of mind and listen to my words, I'll tell you about me. About me, I tell you Jnanam and Vijnanam. And when you know that me, you will gain to that sthiti or thing, having gained or known which nothing remains to be known, nothing remains to be gained. This was the first three shlokas. And thousands try for it, very few only continue trying. Among them, some rare people also reach, only reach. So you can be that rarer than the rarest fellow. These are the three shlokas of encouragement, inspiration he gave to draw our attention to his listening. So, my asaktamanaha partha yogam yunjan madashraya asamshayam samagram, doubtlessly, completely. Mam yatha gnasasi, as you know me, that's true that I am telling you, you listen. And I'll tell you, Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshami asheshatah yat jnatva na iha bhuyah anyato jnatavyam avashishyate. Second look. Third, manushyanam sahasreshu. Among many millions of people, kaschit yatati siddhaye. Few only try for this, knowing and being one with the Lord. Yatatam api siddhanam. Those who are trying and have reached to some level, final level reaching is only by few. Kaschit mam veti tatvada. How many graduates aspire for civil servants? How many of them write and qualify even in prelims? How many go up to interview level and get it? In a 2 or 3 years time, 700 means 540 ऐसे होते हैं बस. More rarer than that is this. But that is determined by the posts. If you have only 500 posts, even the qualified people are 2000, 1500 को disappoint करना ही पड़ता है. But in spirituality, it's not the number of posts. So any crore people also with their qualification try and get it. It is not a job which is limited, no? It is a knowing of self. Anybody can try, anybody can achieve. That is depending on the available of jobs, civil services. So it is not depending on the job. It is depending on your own ability, capacity, desire to know the God. If you are qualified. If zero qualified, zero get this job. Job nahi hai. By finding God and deliberating. If one person has got ability of what he can. If 10, 10. If 20, 20. If 10 lakh people want to know the Lord and discover Him, all 10 lakh get it. 1 करोड़ लोग अगर सोचते हैं कि हमको ध्यान करके भगवान का संशय समग्र ज्ञान पाना है, 10 करोड़ लोगों को मिलता है. नॉट लाइक ऑफिसर्स 500 पोस्ट हो गए, फिलअप हो गया, देन द इमीडिएटली बोर्ड इज केप्ट, नो वैकेंसी, others are disappointed. The entire world of 800 crores, now 803, want to know the Lord, all of them can know. There is no competition here, there is no कि एक ने पकड़ ली भगवान को दूसरे को नहीं मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं. So Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschid Yatati Siddhaye Yatadanapami Siddhanam Kaschin Mameti Tatvata is to glorify that great knowledge about the God. Only very few try and among them very few get it. But once those who get already ऊपर बता चुका है न ज्ञातव्यम अवशिष्यते. Nothing remains to be known, desired or gained. Includes everything is gained in that. And every gain is gained for that infinite bliss that will be gained in this knowledge of Bhagwan. Therefore, nothing remains to be known or gained. Jnatavyam na avashishyate. In this way, having said, in the 4th, 5th, 6th shlokas, Bhagavan gave the knowledge. Now, this we have to contemplate. This we have to work upon. This we have to detailedly discuss. This we have to discuss with the Guru and get clarification of all these things. And that knowledge should stay stably in us. If you are true spiritual seekers, which will be in your life after you are retired 40, 50, 60 years के बाद. मैक्सिमम लोगों को एक आध लोग अभी से डेली थोड़ा करना चाहते हैं, यू आर वेलकम. Otherwise, most of you must pursue the outer worldly successes and keep this inside. Otherwise, your parents, your things, they will blame me. बाबा जी आप गीता बोल के उनको सन्यासी बना रहे. अरे ऐसे थोड़ी बनते सन्यासी, हजारों जन्म का पुण्य होता है. Don't become irresponsible in the society on the name of entertainments, enjoyments, even on the name of spirituality also. That's why Arjuna wanted to run away and do meditation. Bhagavan said, just shut up, do the yuddha, gain the kingdom, enjoy it, then use the knowledge given by me for your spiritual evolution. It's a reverse, it is Bhagavad Gita. जनरली तो लोग संसार में फंसते हैं, गुरु आकर उनको ले जाके संन्यास देकर साधना करने को बोलते हैं. हियर इज उल्टा. The disciple want to run away and do meditation. Bhagavan kare, shut up, go and work in the society, serve them sufficiently, let them bless you, get freed from all your obligations, duties, prarabdhas and runa, then come to me. Bhagavan Krishna. Knowledge to de diya. To gain the knowledge, there should be no limitation. As early as possible in your life, gain. After gaining the knowledge, then how long you have to work in the world to serve and establish, you must have common sense and live. Up to 50-55 saal, you have to do it. efficiently, fully, totally involved. While going through that, also study Gita, learn little knowledge, Gita Upanishads. But once that age of your responsibility is over, duty is over, desire is over, Runa is cleared, now totally take up this. If I have to take up it that time only, why should I learn Gita now? That can be a valid question from you. The answer is what? At that age, if you don't study from now onwards, by doing something else, those desires, those habits, so much they are developed, ki suddenly at that age, even though time is there, if you are told to do this, you will not be able to do. That's why I gave you all the time million times the same example. How many millions of Indians are there retired? How many of they are coming for spirituality? No, because right from beginning they never had the habit of it. And whatever the habit they had to do in the spare time of watching TV, playing tennis, चड्डी पहनकर वॉकिंग में जाना, कुत्ते को हाथ में लेकर, सर पे टोपी लगा के, हाथ में एक डंडा लेकर, on the name of health, etc. That only they are doing. If India's population is 142 crores now, in that at least 25 crores तो होंगे oldies above 60 वाले, ज़्यादा ही होंगे. But should not they be involved in all social works, spiritual activities? एक क्या 0.05% भी नहीं है. What are they doing? What they desire to do when they were young, when they become old or retired, to do bhoga only. They are indulgent in that. But some of them who were, while going to doing the services in their serving period, while going through that only, when they heard Gita from some Mahatmas, those people again after retirement joining some spiritual organizations, serving them and themselves also growing. For that purpose, you have to listen from now. If you don't listen, उस समय फिर बूढ़े होने के बाद ये बातें सुनने को नहीं होते. That time the other way around thought comes. Anyway, I'm going to die very soon. Let me enjoy more. If you listen Gita, then you'll hear, anyway, I'm going to die soon. Let me study Gita more and do sadhana. The mind is the devil, if it is misguided. Mind is the one which is a friend to you if you rightly train. So that is why you must listen Gita from now onward, and from Gita learn all successes, how to achieve success outer world, spirituality also you learn, keep in the background. I am very clear about this thing, no doubt at all. And you also must be very clear. Arjuna, after listening to Gita, he won the war and lived for a few years. Thereafter, only using Gita, he realized. During the war and after the war, he was using Gita only for outer successes. But when all that was completed, then Gita Jnana jo tattva ka hai, usko pakadkar he realized. Okay. Now, having said this way, giving us the input and inspiration and attracting our attention to listen, and what he is going to say, doubtlessly, completely, how to know the Lord. Having known Him, how to do whatever the sadhanas to be done, to experience Him, to realize Him, to reach Him, to become one with Him. So, Jnanam Vijnanam. So, the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh shlokas talk about the Jnana. 7th, 8th onwards, the Vijnanam they teach us. Vijnanam is practically what we have to do to experience what theoretically we have understood. And these are all not as easy as I am telling you in 1 or 2 days. In lives you have to go through this, for which an initiation is done to you all who are regularly listening in this life, in your own interest. We have nothing to gain from it, whether you come or not, listen or not, gain knowledge or not, use it or not, grow in your life or not. मेरे को क्या मिलना है? I am doing it as my seva to you and Shruti Mata and God, Krishna, and also Bhagavan Vyasa and our Sanatana Dharma. हम तो बहुत clear है इस विषय. So the fourth shloka I am repeating. What is that? Bhumi rapo analo vayuhu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakrutirashtadha apara. This ashtadha prakriti is my apara prakriti. This Ashtada Prakriti is my Prakriti and it is Apara, lower one. Lower because Jadakmaka, lower because if you are indulgent in that, you are lost in this world of samsara of Ragadvesha, Kama, Krodha, and doing all adharma, papa, invoking Naraka, invoking punishments. That is why we call it Apara. Apara because it is Jadatmaka, Apara because if you involve in it, it destroys you. For both reasons, it's called as Apara. This Ashtada Prakriti. Okay, Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu means all Panchamahabhutas and all the Stula objects made out of it, Stula Sharira made out of it. Kham manobuddhi ahankara means the mind, the intellect and ego in us at the individual and total level. This is Ashtadha Prakriti. This is my lower Prakriti. Then yesterday I explained exhaustively, Prakriti cannot be without Purusha. Purusha can be without Prakriti. So through that Prakriti, Purusha alone is expressing. If you can catch this one thought, entire spirituality Vedanta you have understood. What it is to be understood? The nature or Prakriti cannot be without the Purusha behind. Like my nature of talking or my Shakti of talking. Both are same. प्रकृति को ही शक्ति कहते हैं, शक्ति को ही प्रकृति कहते हैं. तो मेरा बोलने का शक्ति और बोलने का प्रकृति, कैन इट बी विदाउट मी? No. Therefore, who is expressing as my speech? Me only. But this speech, is it disturbing me anyway? No. Who am I? Though I use my prakriti for a purpose, but I am not touched by it. In the same way, the entire world is Bhagwan's prakriti. Without him, it doesn't express. He alone is expressing in that form, yet he is not touched by it. This is what the essence in these 4 shlokas. Of that, the first shloka is talking apara prakriti of Bhagwan. I am repeatedly telling 10 times more I will tell till this chapter is over, so that at least one chapter thoroughly you digest it. Those are listening regularly. Please listen regularly, my suggestion also. Now, what is the para prakriti, the higher prakriti of the God? Itah tu anyam, next shloka. अपरेयमितस्त्वन्यां प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे परां जीवभूतां महाबाहो ययेदन्धार्यते जगतु. अपरा तो यम, ये वाला तो अपरा प्रकृति हो गया. अन्याम, इतः तो अन्याम, इससे हटकर दूसरा है. पराम प्रकृति में विद्धि, नो दैट माय हायर प्रकृति. व्हाट इट इज? जीव भूताम, द लाइफ एस्पेक्ट. Okay, the life in us is there. That is called my para prakriti, jiva bhuta prakriti, the life itself. Now, the most important thing to be understood is the next line. Yaya idam jagatu dharyate. Yaya means by this para prakriti, for this jiva bhuta prakriti only, idam rupi, this apara prakriti, the ashtada prakriti, whether it is our own dehendriya manabudhyadi or outer world of objects, all of them are there in the jada form for the sake of this para prakriti jiva only. Therefore, it is for the jiva. जीव के बिना उसका अर्थ नहीं है. Therefore, jiva, I, the living being, should use them but should not become slave to them. Kursi is for me. I am not for the kursi. What is the meaning of it? Therefore, I should be independent of kursi. When it is there, I should be able to sit on it. If it is not there, I should not become attached or frustrated to it. Or when the kursi has to be given to someone, don't become frustrated. Give and sit on the ground. They are for me. I am not for them. Therefore, I should not be slave to them. Yaya idam jagat dharyate. पूरा ये जगत इस परा प्रकृति रूपी जीव के लिए है. व्हाट इट मीन्स, ये मेरे लिए जो जगत है, मेरे को कैसे फंसाएगा? और मेरे बिना वो रह ही नहीं सकता. Try to catch this very subtle thought. We should not become slaves to the worldly things and all. They are existing because of us, for us. But when you want to use it not for dharma, not for spirituality, but for bhoga, then we become slave to it. That is where the jiva, instead of becoming master to the matter, becomes the slave to the matter. Understood? Jiva means you and I only. And it's not that always people sit on the chair in the world. हाँ, हाथ पैर टूट गया, नीचे बैठे तो कमर टूटेगा, डॉक्टर ने कहा. That medical physical needs are different case. They are exclusive. Exclusive cases cannot be discussed for discussing general points. जनरल डिस्कशन, जनरली हम बात करें, आम आदमी के लिए बात करें, नॉट ए खास हैंडीकैप्ड फेलो. अब गीता में कहा डोंट डिपेंड ऑन द ऑब्जेक्ट्स, देवर डोंट होल्ड द स्टिक, डोंट सिट ऑन द चेयर. इट इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल टू हिम. ही शुड नीड टू सपोर्ट द बॉडी, सी द बॉडी स्टेज ओके. देयरफॉर सो टू यू आर डिसीज्ड, यू हैव टू स्लीप ऑन द बेड ओनली. तो वो नेसेसरी कंडीशंस को छोड़ो, अदरवाइज वी शुड नॉट स्लेव टू दैट. Anyway, that is a extended explanation and topic and corollary or outcome are the secondary understanding. But primarily क्या है? The whole world is made up of jada ashtada prakriti, chaitanya, jiva rupa, para prakriti. Ashtada, Jada, Apara Prakriti. Then Jiva Bhuta, Para Prakriti. With these two, the entire world is made. And these two Prakritis belong to God. Means God only through that nature in the form of Jiva and all the embodiments or embodies or sorry, the Upadis or the Dehadi, he is expressing. सेकंड सिक्स्थ श्लोक में क्या कहा, यही कहा एतत् योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणि इति उपधारय. This thing you firmly understand that all living beings now have these two as the cause. Like if you take me, I have the Ashtada Prakriti made Deha, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, but they are all Jada. But in them, the Para Prakriti, the Jiva also is there. Therefore only I am alive and talking. अगर ये जीवभूता निकल गया, स्वामी मर गए रे बाबा, अच्छा हो गया, ले जाके जला कर रख देंगे वहां. Every being, let us say ant has called its apara prakriti, ashtada prakriti jada. It also has its own deha, it has its own faculties with which it collects the sugar, it bites you. These are all its paramatma's apara prakriti in it. But that ant also is alive, it is moving, that is para prakriti. From the ant also, when the life goes away, the jiva goes away, the para prakriti goes away, that matter has nothing to do. It will get merged or mixed in the mitti only. A tree you take, in that apara prakriti is there, ashtada jiva hai usme, that's how it is responding. But the jiva is very mild form is there, nothing, only responding to the nature, no ego. Therefore those trees, plants can be eaten. But animals have individuality, emotions, identity with the body. Therefore they suffer more than the trees when you kill them to eat. Therefore we should not kill them for eating. That's the difference between why we can eat plants even though they have life. We should not kill and eat animals. This is the difference. Hope you got it. And don't go for hundreds of explanations. एक काफी होना चाहिए. Otherwise, tomorrow, anyway, you are killing and eating animals. Slowly, you can kill and eat human beings only. Then everybody kills each other and eats, and nobody remains only in the creation. And this is the knowledge. This is the education we are. Anyway, that's a different track. I want to go to that small topic. I don't want to go to that small topic from this very sublime topic we are discussing. Okay, the sixth sloka first line is Etad yonini bhutani sarvani. All the beings have these two as the cause. Yoni means cause. All beings have in their inherent cause these two things, para prakriti and apara. Both are belonging to the Lord. And who are you, the Lord, if these two are your prakriti in the form of all jivas? Bhagavan says in the second line of 6th sloka. First line is Etad yonini bhutani sarvani upadharaya. What are you? Second line mein kehte aham krutsnasya, entire jagataha, for the world, prabhavaha pralayaha. In this way, I am the cause for the prabhavaha, creation, pralayaha, dissolution of the entire world of the matter and spirit combined jivas also. In this way, my apara prakriti is acting as the matter upadhi. My para prakriti as a jiva is entering into the matter and becoming a living being and working. In this way, if you understand and observe, therefore, in this universe, whatever, wherever you see, Krishna is saying to Arjuna all this knowledge. Whatever you see in this world, wherever you go, there is nothing which is other than, which is apart from, which is independent of, which is smaller than, which is bigger than, which is equal to me, that can exist at all in this world. Like the water which has discovered itself to be the water, it knows there's nothing called as small wave, bigger wave, tide or breaker, ripple or bubble, or foam or the froth, or ocean or a river or a rivulet, or waterfall or a canal or a well or any of the water sources. There is nothing other than me. Does the water say it or not? Can the ocean exist without water? How much big it may be? Can a small well exist without water? How much or small it may be? Smallness, bigness is for different criteria. But the water is being same in ocean or well. Water says everything is me. There is no other than me anything. If you can catch this example, in the same way, because the whole world is made by para prakriti the jiva, apara prakriti by ashtada, because these both are belonging to me, Therefore, oh Arjuna, try to understand that there is nothing other than me in this world, higher or greater or equal. I alone am there in this entire universe. It's only a beginning of knowledge to you, my dear youngsters. These knowledges, hundreds of them, hundreds of times when you listen, slowly this subtle knowledge enters to you like you are in third or second class. Sorry, algorithms आपको बताया, algorithms आपको सिखाए, और हायर फिजिक्स आपको सिखाए मानो. At the age of class 3 or 4, you are taught about Pythagoras theorems, you are taught about E is equal to mc square, and even that also is changed to some other new form. Will you be able to understand? But at the class 3, whatever is taught, he is learning slowly, slowly. Then by the age he goes to 15, 20, into that graduation, post-graduation level, he'll get qualification to understand these subtle mathematics or physics or chemistry, whatever. So too, you have just started listening to the Gita. You are at the class 2, 3 level. Now, as you grow continuously listening to Gita, in next 20, 30 years, you will be able to grasp the subtle things that are told in it. Then you transcend even being a greater than the greatest scientist, because what scientist is and searching and never able to achieve, that you will already achieve, because you are discovering the substratum, the self, the truth beyond or behind the entire world. You are much greater than any other scientist. So become outer scientist also in reaching to something in your chosen field. Through spirituality, Gita, become the inner scientist also. Outer science contributes to outer world. Inner science helps you in getting your own liberation from the matter or limitations. That's why in all our Indian scriptures, every scientist was a rishi, and every rishi was a scientist in one way or the other, contributing to the world in smaller or bigger way. The Shashrutas, the Charakas, they are all Brahmagyanis. The Patanjalis, they are all the creators of the Ayurveda, the Ayurveda. ये सब बाहर sciences दिए हैं. At the same time, they are evolved spiritually also. The Varahamihiras, all of them great spiritual scientists they are. Understood? Okay, having said this to you, what is there in the seventh sloka, already I told you. Now I will chant that seventh sloka and prove what is said is there in that sloka. Very beautiful sloka. Seventh one is top 10 slokas of 10th Gita. पूरा गीता के 10 या 20 श्लोक में आप टॉप रेटिंग करोगे तो ये श्लोक आता है. And this is the saman bonam essence of entire scriptures, entire shastras. And a spiritual seeker, finally, what he has to understand, what he has to practice, what he has to reach is this seventh shloka thought only. And the shloka goes like this: Sri Krishna Varam Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sri Geeta Sharanam Mama Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Saptamodhyayah Jnana Vijnana Yoga Sri Bhagavan Atha Saptama Shlokaha. Very powerful it is. Shloka is, I'll chant 4 times. Mattah Parataram Nanyata Mattah Parataram Nanyat Mattah Parataram Nanyat Mattah Parataram Nanyat Kinchid Asti Dhananjaya Kinchid Asti Dhananjaya Kinchid Asti Dhananjaya Kinchid Asti Dhananjaya Mai Sarvamidam Protam Mai Sarvamidam Protam Mai Sarvamidam Protam Mai Sarvamidam Protam सूत्रे मणिगणा इव सूत्रे मणिगणा इव सूत्रे मणिगणा इव सूत्रे मणिगणा इव. टुगेदर. श्रीभगवानुवाच मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव. अगेन. मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव. धनंजय. धा को सा ऐड करो. साधनम जय, ज्ञान साधनम जय. धन को तो बहुत कमाया अभी तक, अब साधना को कमाओ. एंड व्हाट इज साधना? ज्ञान साधना. व्हाट इज ज्ञान? अबाउट मी, that how I am all pervading. Therefore, everything is me, including you. Therefore, don't maintain any differences and don't create the raga dvesha created because of the differences maintained. And don't suffer in this world by wrong actions prompted by the raga dvesha. Thus, don't fall into misery. Thus, don't get into bondage. Be liberated, fellow. See the sequence of all things I shared with you? Listen it 2-3 times. So, hey Dhananjaya, Arjuna during the Rajasuya Yagam of Yudhishthira went to all directions and earned lot of wealth. Therefore, his name is Dhananjaya. But in this class, he is studying Gita, therefore Sadhanam Jaya. Sadhana, spiritual sadhana का जीत कर रहा है. इसलिए we add as Sadhanam Jaya. You and I also have to become Dhananjaya for some time till 6th chapter, then Sadhanam Jaya from 7th chapter. With the help of the God and Gita, earn the wealth. After that, with the help of God and Gita and Guru, now earn the wealth called as Bhagwan. Because Bhagwan is permanent, other things are temporary. Just now we saw, Yavat वित्तोपार्जन सक्तः तावत् निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चात जीव जर्जरे है कोपि वार्तां न पृच्छति same thing in first shloka nukuru karne nahi rakshati. What helps you? Bhaja govindam. Therefore studying Lord and understanding Lord and becoming one with the Lord is Bhaja govindam. There with Sharira, Vani, Mana, what to do we said. Here Buddhi se kya karna hai? Bhaja Govindam ka artha we are learning here. With Buddhi, think and understand about Lord. In that understanding, you know everything is God. Therefore, you are also the same form. Therefore, there is no different things, though they appear. So, live in the differences or Vyavahara, but don't make it serious to differentiate and fight with each other. Like people staying in Delhi, people staying in UP, area wise they saying like that. So that, but whoever are staying whether in Delhi or UP, all are human beings only. So the common denominator is human being. But places different they are staying. Therefore, to identify, we say they are Delhiites and UPites. But doesn't mean that you fight between them or create difference between them and start fighting. That is called as ignorance. Is it not? In the same way, I follow Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you follow other. How does it matter? Basically, we are all human beings, seekers of God. If I, on the name of religion, fight with others, try to destroy others, I am going wrong. So, differences are the beauty of the world. But behind all differences, one divine is there. You discover it, living that discovered oneness, so play the outer game of manyness without creating it an issue. But whenever the issue starts coming, retrace back to the actual truth that one Lord only expressing through entire universe. That is what Bhagavan says in the 7th chapter, 7th shloka. He Dhananjaya mattaha parataram. Something higher than me. Anyata. Something other than me. Kinchito. Something lower than me. Nasti is existing at all. Nothing is existing in this world. Something other than me in the form of equal to me, higher than me, or lower to me. Lower to me. So मेरे से अलग, मेरे समान, मेरे से बड़ा, मेरे से छोटा कोई तीन चीज नहीं है. मत्ता परतरम अन्यत किंचित न अस्ति. Like the gold is saying to ornaments, other than me, bigger than me, smaller than me, equal to me, there is nothing existing in all gold ornaments. It is me and me and me permeating. In the same way, Bhagavan now in the 7th shloka clearly concluded there is nothing other than me in this world, above than me, lower than me. Then how I am permeating in this world? The example, Sutre Manigana Iva. Like how the thread is there inside all the beads, supporting the beads. Okay, all the beads are all individuals. All individuals are staying in this world, permeated, supported inside by the thread placed Bhagavan only as Para and Apara Prakriti. Everything in the world is having inherently Para and Apara Prakriti. And all of them are connected to each other in some or the other way. That is why they are staying on the planet, the same place, and connected to the totality also. So, in and through all of them, like in and through all the beads, the thread is permeating, the Lord is permeating to support. My sarvam idam protam. In me only everything is woven. Sutre manigana haiva. Like in the sutra, all the maniganas are there. मणिगणों में सूत्र है, लेकिन सूत्र के कारण मणिगण है. Therefore, the supporter is the sutra, the thread. Supported are all the beads in that garland or in any of the mala which you wear it. So the whole world is garland. It has got the maniganaha, you and I. The sutra going through them all is Paramatma. And this is the shloka you have to sort out to understand and to really meditate and experience, which needs lot of maturity. People go for years together of study of Vedanta under the feet of Guru, then slowly they digest it. You and I have started just now. So don't be in a hurry to say that मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया, पूरा अभी नहीं आता, धीरे धीरे आएगा. But introduction has happened. So the Lord is permeating in this world like the thread is permeating the garland. And second thing, what's understood? The whole world is made of para prakriti. Both of them belong to the Lord. In other words, Lord through his para prakriti only is expressing us the entire world of inanimate and animate. There is nothing other than God. Then which God that way permeating? It cannot be Krishna, it cannot be Rama, it cannot be Shiva. Then that Paramatma who is even permeating Krishna and Rama and Shiva is the one who is the answer in this point. That Lord. भगवान राम एंड कृष्ण हर समय हर जगह नहीं है. वो भगवान जो राम और कृष्ण के अंदर भी है, वो हर जगह हमेशा है. And that is called Brahma Tattva. That is called as Satchidananda Brahma. That is taught is in Vedanta Upanishads. That's why it's called as Vedanta Brahma Jnana. And that is the actual Tattva. Therefore, it's called Tattva Jnana. That is the self of all. Therefore, it's called Atma Jnana. When I abide in it, other than me, there is nothing to bind me. Therefore, it's called Moksha. Now, those who are regularly tuned to me, listening to Geetha, they can catch all this. सडनली इस क्लास में जो सुनता है उनको लगता है यार टॉपिक तो दिया है, टॉक बेस्ड ऑन गीता फॉर द यूथ, ये तो बूढ़े लोगों को भी समझ में नहीं आने वाला दे रहे. Such people should understand that we have started 207 days back from Shloka 1 onwards. Those who are coming regularly, to them this is catchable. And we have committed to not only see the important things required for the youth for their success, we are also committed to study all shlokas of Gita so that it is there. Even the same youth you are grown to next 40 years, these talks are available for you to understand the main subject of Gita, the Jnana about God to give us Mukti. इसलिए हम कर रहे हैं. I can stop all that and only select some 50 shlokas of Gita which are only meant for youth. ऐसे भी कर सकता हूँ मैं. But I thought anyway those shlokas are only included, वो तो आ ही रहे हैं. But along with that, when you do the whole Gita, there's different satisfaction. My Lord, my Gita Mata, my Krishna Bhagavan will be happy for you to addressing them directly. You taught Gita without missing what they require and also the sublime subject. Congrats. They may bless me. So with that selfishness, I am doing every shloka, even though in some of them the pure Vedanta is taught. For example, this topic. Again, in this topic also, you can use it for Vyavahara with the spiritual knowledge of seeing Lord oneness, freeing your heart from all the biasnesses. When you live with everyone lovingly, beautifully, will not such Vyavahara of yours, positive and noble, based on this Gita Jnana, brings all appreciations and laurels to you? So in this way, this spiritual knowledge is that one which makes a doctor better doctor, lawyer a better lawyer, a student a better student. Because its vision is of unity, vision of oneness. Therefore, for everyone, the Gita knowledge, spiritual knowledge is essential. Directly knowing the God through this is little later. But you can use this knowledge even to manage your life for its perfection of living a good life of noble values, because you know everything is one Lord. I should not value the differences beyond a limit. No, this is how the consequence of Gita's sublime knowledge also in making the world a beautiful place to stay. Like imagine a corporate world of 100 people meeting, managers से लेकर छोटा तक, and each one of them are arrogant with their own power and position, and one is trying to dominate, other is trying to escape, somebody is trying to make other fellow obey evil, मैं क्यों सुनूं? In this way, that whole meeting is full of that egoistic personalities fighting with each other. Somehow they have to earn the money, they have to work the work, therefore some project they plan out. Imagine if all the 100 of them have studied Gita and know that one Lord is permeating everywhere. With that unity behind, when they sit for meeting, will they not respect each other? Will they not love each other? Will they not discuss becoming a synergy? Each one is energies, capacities. Forget about what the meeting comes out of. Meeting itself is such a great joy. Then the great projects will be conceived in that meeting. And then in cohesion and coordination, when they work according to the project, they will achieve every success. You understand it? Spirituality unites, the true spirituality. It synergizes people's energies. It brings outer success also, inner joy and peace. And any disturbances happen, go back to the main point. We're all expression of one divine. Immediately this problem goes away. Like the mother forgives the son. After all, he's my fellow. She gives one, but again she forgives. She'll not make a issue and file a case against this fellow court में. She says, "ये मेरा बेटा है, इसलिए माफ करती है." This world is run because of forgiveness, because of tolerance, because of love, because of sacrifice, because of being together, because of being oneness. All of these values become natural when you have spiritual knowledge, not otherwise. Without spiritual knowledge, you try to impose these values, or they'll stay temporarily, not permanently. Now you understand little bit opening up is happening because you are listening from last 200 years regularly. Your intellect is becoming paripakwa or matured to grasp these subtle things. I congratulate you. Let us learn beautiful things like this. This shloka little bit I'll repeat tomorrow. Then after this jnanam theory is given, what is vijnanam? How to see the Lord like sutra in the Manigana in the entire world. The training is given to us in 15 or 16 points. After that, we will be taught. Still, we are not able to do. You know why? Because we are lost in some biasnesses. Get out of that biasnesses by your choice as well as God's grace. Therefore, have little prayer and surrender. In this way, the Gita guides us. We'll see that. Om Sri Bhagavan Vacha. I taught you today seventh shloka, seventh chapter. Jindagi Var Yaad Rakhna. Highest of the shlokas. Entire essence of spirituality, Vedanta, Advaita Jnanam, Moksha giving Jnanam is in this. That other than God, apart from God, independent of God, higher than God, lower than the God, there is nothing in this world. He alone is permitted. मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव भज गोविन्दम् यावत् वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः निजपरिवार तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चात् जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे. And the common sense thought is mind's mischief of comparative scripture. Don't get lost in that. Get inspired, learn from the people, but through comparison, don't destroy your life by creating lot of desires, etc. Or through comparison that other fellow is not working, lazy, therefore I'll also continue. In that way also don't destroy yourself. Be having that common sense. Thank you. Sarvam Bhagavat Charanarinda Arpanamastu. So wonderful, beautiful you are all. We love you. We pray for you. We are with you to help in this spiritual way. Spiritual, intellectual way to make your lives beautiful for yourself and the world at large and the Dharma. Thank you.